Biologist and psychologist Jean Piaget was born on August 9, 1896 in Neuchâtel, Switzerland. He was his parents' first child. Piaget's mother, Rebecca Jackson, attributed his intense early interest in the sciences to his own neurotic tendencies. Yet Piaget's father, a medieval literature professor named Arthur, modeled a passionate dedication to his studies, a trait that Jean Piaget began to emulate from an early age. At just 10 years old, Piaget's fascination with mollusks drew him to the local Museum of Natural History, where he stared at specimens for hours on end. When he was 11 and attending Neuchâtel Latin High School, Piaget wrote a short scientific paper on the albino sparrow. By the time he was 18, his papers on mollusks were being widely published. Piaget's readers were unaware of his age and considered him an expert on the topic. After high school, Piaget went on to study zoology at the University of Neuchâtel, receiving his PhD in the natural sciences in 1918. In 1918, Piaget spent a semester studying psychology under Carl Jung and Paul Eugen Bleuler at the University of Zurich, where Piaget developed a deeper interest in psychoanalysis. Over the course of the next year, he studied abnormal psychology at the Sorbonne in Paris. In 1920, working in collaboration with Theodore Simon at the Alfred Binet Laboratory in Paris, Piaget evaluated the results of standardized reasoning tests that Simon had designed. The tests were meant to measure child intelligence and draw connection between a child's age and the nature of his errors. For Piaget, it raised new questions about the way that children learn. Piaget ultimately decided that the test was too rigid. In a revised version, he allowed children to explain the logic of their incorrect answers. In reading the child's explanations, he realized that children's power of reasoning was not flamed after all. In areas where children lacked life experience as a point of reference, they logically used their imagination to compensate. He additionally concluded that factual knowledge should not be equated with intelligence or understanding. Over the course of his 6-decade career in child psychology, Piaget also identified 4 stages of mental development called schema. The first is the sensorimotor stage, which involves learning through motor actions and takes place when children are 0 to 2 years old. During the pre-operational stage, children aged 3 to 7 develop intelligence by using their natural intuition. During the concrete operational stage, children aged to 11 develop cognitively through the use of logic that's based on concrete evidence. Formal operations, the fourth and final stage, involves 12 to 15-year-olds forming the ability to think abstractly. Piaget called his collective theories on child development Piaget's genetic epistemology. Jean Piaget died of unknown causes on September 16, 1998 in Geneva, Switzerland. He was 84 years old. His body rests at the Cimetière de Plainpalais. Piaget is responsible for developing entirely new fields of scientific study, including cognitive theory and developmental psychology. The recipient of the prestigious Erasmus and Balzan prizes, he summed up his passion for the ongoing pursuit of scientific knowledge with these words: "The current state of knowledge is a moment in history, changing just as rapidly as the state of knowledge in the past has ever changed, and in many instances more rapidly."